Hello, my wonderful students. Very good morning to everyone. So, today we are going to see Class 6, Unit number 2, English. Okay, so the first lesson is already completed. So, those who missed to watch the video, please complete the lesson 1 and then we'll see the Unit 2. Okay, so the chapter we have Friendship, the unlikely best friends. Okay. So, the unlikely best friend. So, what is the meaning of unlikely best friend? So, the friendship between two different persons. For example, a cat and a monkey, a lion and a monkey. So, the unlikely best friends. Okay, best friends between two persons. Okay. So, let's go into this lesson. Let's do these activities before we read. Friendship are an important part of our life. Why do you think so? Share your ideas with your friends. What do you know when you were with your friends and how do you feel? Now complete the following sentence by writing the shapes given below. Share your completed sentence with your classmates and teacher. One has been done for you. Okay, so they are asking to talk between your friends, like how important role friends made in our life. So discuss the same in your class. So now let's complete this one. So with my friend I dash. So one is already completed. So the rest of the thing you have to complete. So with my friend I dance. You can write. You can write I can sing. So anything you can fill. All right. Next one. With my friend I feel happy. With my friend I feel proud. And with my friend I feel excited. Okay, and these two boxes you can fill by your own. Okay, so the next one, the title of this chapter, the unlikely best friends. What can be the meaning of unlikely? Discuss in group and then discuss with your teacher as well. As I already stated, the unlikely best friends meaning friendship with different personality. Okay, like a cat and dog, or a lion and monkey. Okay, different personalities. All right, next. Can you think of some unlikely friends? Share your answer with your teacher if you have any unlikely friends nearby. Because some home we see we have like dogs and cats would be like friends. So if you see anything like that, you can share with your friends. All right. Now let's go into this lesson, friendship, the chapter name, and the lesson name is the unlikely best friends. All right. So Gajaraja the elephant. So this elephant name is Gajaraja. It's Gajaraj. So remember students, whenever you write a name, it always should starts with a capital letter. Okay. So Gajaraja the elephant lived in the best booth of the royal stables. So royal stables. So what is the meaning of stables? Living spaces for animals. So the place where the animal lives. Okay. So booth. So what is the meaning of booth? A rectangular space is called as a booth. So the Gajaraja, the elephant, lived in the best booth of the royal stables. Okay. Royal stables in the sense it's a kingdom of a Maharaja. Okay. So the king was fond of Gajaraja and he ordered that the elephant should be well looked after. So the king likes the elephant Gajaraja very much. So he ordered the elephant should be always looked after in a very kind manner and the elephant should be always happy. But when you see this elephant face, do we see the elephant is happy? No, the elephant is sad. It is very, very sad. So look at this eyes. It is not happy. So it is very sad. So let's go into the lesson and see why the elephant is sad. Okay. In spite of royal comforts, Gajaraja was sad because he had no friends. So that is very important, right? So Gajaraja does not have any friends. That is the reason he is very sad. The Mahout the Mahout or the elephant trainer was the only one he ever interacted with. So, interacted means like talking, communicated with. Okay. So, only the Mahout. He is the Mahout who's the elephant trainer, and the elephant is interacting only with this person, and he has no other person or no other friends. That is the reason for the sadness. The Mahout was a kind man who served Gajaraja food and gave him a bath in the elephant pond daily. He was a good caretaker but not a friend. So Gajaraja, what he did, he used to give bath to, Mahout. Mahout used to give bath to Gajaraja. He used to give food, everything, and he used to take good care of Gajaraja. But even though the Gajaraja is sad because Mahout is not his friend, he is his caretaker. Okay. I wish I had a friend I can play with, thought Gajaraja. So Gajaraja is thinking that I should have a friend so that I can play with my friend. One late evening, a dog stayed into the stable. So strayed means came by mistake. Okay, strayed. So Gajaraja could see that the visitor was tired and hungry. So the dog was tired and the dog was hungry. So Gajaraja is looking at the dog and he felt the dog is tired and hungry. What he did? He pushed. He pushed some of the food he was munching towards the dog. So what he did, munching means chewing. So Mahout gave some food to elephant, right? Maharaja, right? So what happened now? Gajaraja gave some food to the dog. So the visitor wagged his tail. So who is the visitor now? The dog. So the dog is the visitor and the dog wagged his tail. Wagged means moved from side to side. So this wagging sign of dog says thanking. So the dog is thanking the Gajaraja. Looked up at the elephant to convey his thanks. So the dog is thanking Gajaraja and then turned his full attention to the food in front of him. As soon as he finished eating, he fell asleep. So what happened? The dog is very tired and very hungry, right? So he wagged his tail to convey his thanks to Gajaraja and his full attention to the food in front of him. He ate, finished completely, and then he felt asleep. Okay, let's see what happened. So the next morning, the Mahout found the stray dog in the stable. He did not mind the dog. He also noticed that Gajaraja seems to like the dog company. So what happened? We already know Mahout is a very nice man, right? So he did not send the dog away. He allowed the dog to stay inside the stable as the Gajaraja seems to like the dog's company. So what he did, Mahout, so he threw some crumbs to the dog. So what is the crumbs? Crumbs means small pieces of food, okay, to the dog, which the animal accepted, wagging his tail again. Again he wagging his tail against to Mahout now. Initially Gajaraja gave food, now Mahout is giving, so the dog is wagging his tail to Mahout. When the elephant went out for a bath, the dog accompanied his friendship. So accompanied means went with someone, together, going together. So the dog also went with the elephant. So Plunging into the water, the elephant gave himself a shower using the long trunk. So look at this picture. So the elephant is like enjoying the water and trunk. We already know what is a trunk. It's a long nose of an elephant. So next what is happening? The elephant took a trunk full of water and playfully splashed the water on his friend. On his friend here, the dog. See, the elephant is doing the same. The elephant took a trunk full of water and splashed the water into on his friend. So, plus flashed meaning throwing. Okay, the dog helped, and for he hated taking showers, he Mahout laughed. So what happened? The dog helped, for he hated taking showers. So the Mahout was laughing. So Mahout picture is not here. He started laughing. Okay. So what happened next? On their way to home, the elephant picked up the dog with his trunk and placed him on his back. So what happened? The elephant picked the dog with his trunk and placed him on his back. Let's see if we have that picture. No, we don't have this picture. So, using his trunk, what happened? The elephant took the dog and placed him on his back like this. The dog is sitting now in this place. The dog was delighted to get a ride. Delighted meaning happy. Okay. A farmer passing by saw the dog. So what happened on the way? A farmer saw the dog, Bunty, and yelled. So Bunty, here Bunty is the name of the dog. Okay. The dog ran to him. What happened? After seeing the farmer, the dog ran to him. The farmer hugged the dog and told Mahout that he was looking for his dog ever since he disappeared from his house. Okay, so now the Bunty is the farmer's dog, and this dog was disappeared and then went to the royal stable. So, so he was now glad. So he was glad he found him now. The Mahout had no objection to the farmer taking the dog home. So what happened? The farmer is now going to take the dog home. The farmer tossed a rope around the neck of the dog, saying, "Come, Bunty, let's go home." Okay, in this picture we can able to see this. See, he's having the rope and he is the farmer. Now the elephant again, look at his face, sad, and Bunty is also started crying, and you see elephant is also crying, Bunty is also crying now. So let's see the next para. Only when the farmer pulled the rope did the dog realize that he was being taken away from his friend. So now, after seeing the farmer, the dog was very happy and ran to him. But when the farmer took the rope, Bunty realized that he is going to miss his friend and started crying. He helped the elephant winced, but neither the farmer nor the Mahout noticed that the two friends were in tears. So they both were in tears. They both started crying. Okay. The next day at lunchtime, the Mahout served Gajaraja with his favorite food. When the Mahout came back after finishing his other chores, so chores means daily works, he was surprised to see that the food had remaining untouched. What happened? Gajaraja, even though Mahout served his favorite food, Gajaraja did not touch his food and he didn't eat his favorite food, and he is keeping sad. Why, Gajaraja, aren't you hungry? He asked, concerned. So Gajaraja is Mahout is asking Gajaraja, what happened to you? Why are you not eating? Are you not hungry? Gajaraja kept silent. The elephant did not react. Gajaraja did not react. He may have slight indigestion. Let me not force him to eat, thought the Mahout. So Mahout is thinking, okay, Gajaraja might have some stomach issues, some indigestion. That is the reason he is not eating. So Mahout thought. That night too, Gajaraja did not touch his food, nor the next day. So the night also he didn't eat anything, the next day also he didn't eat anything. Now the Mahout was worried. Okay, so Mahout now he is worried why Gajaraja is not eating anything day by day. So he ran his hand on Gajaraja's tummies and felt there was nothing wrong. So what he did, he put his hand in Gajaraja's tummies and felt there is nothing wrong to Gajaraja. Why was he not eating then? Is he missing his friend? Now he understood. Is he missing his friend? That dog, the Mahout wondered. So the Mahout is wondered whether he is missing his friend. Meanwhile, at father's farmer's house, now everything happened in Gajaraja's stable. Now, let's see what is happening in farmer's house. Meanwhile, at the farmer's house, the dog had also not touched his food ever since he was brought home. So, since he brought home, the dog also did not touch his food. Now the farmer is asking, are you missing your friend? Asked the farmer, remembering the happy look on Bunty's face while sitting on elephant's back. So, see, while sitting on elephant's back, Bunty was very happy, right? So, the farmer is asking whether you are missing your friend Gajaraja. I cannot see you go hungry, said the farmer. If you miss your friend so much, you can go to him. See how good the farmer is. The farmer is telling, if you are missing your friend, please go to him, he is telling. The farmer removed the rope with, with which he had tied the dog. What happened? The farmer removed the rope now. The dog, though weak, so the dog didn't eat for 2 to 3 days, right? Though he is weak, what he did? Sprang on his feet. Sprang means jumped on his feet. He licked the farmer's hand once and then ran. He stopped only when he arrived at the stable. So what happened? He stopped only when he arrived at the stable. So he's keep on running to see the Gajaraja. The elephant picked up the dog with his trunk and gave him a joyful swing. Swing meaning move aside to side or back and forth like a elephant dance. The Mahout was relieved. He quickly brought the food. Both of you eat first, he said. By then the farmer, who had followed the dog, joined him. The two of them watched with satisfaction, the two friends eating food. So it is not only Gajaraja who had found a friend, said the Mahout hugged the farmer. So now the farmer and the Mahout, they both became a good friends also. So I have also found one. So look at this picture. So the elephant and the dogs are now best friends, and Mahout and farmer also became a very good friend. See how happy they both are. So look at their faces. So they both are very, very happy. So this is a perfect title for this lesson. The unlikely best friends. Okay. So now the lesson is completed. So we have few questions here. Let's discuss. Okay. Okay, let us discuss. Talk about the things that Gajaraja and Bunty did together. Now write in the shape given below. One has been done for you. Okay. So Bunty and Gajaraja played. So what else they did? Bunty and Gajaraja, they ate together, right? So they ate. And what else? They took a bath together. So bathed. And what else? Slept. They slept together. Okay. So next, it's a question and answer. Why did the farmer hug Bunty? Okay. Why did the farmer hug Bunty? Do you think Bunty will leave Gajaraja and go home with the farmer? Okay. Let's write the answer for these two questions. All right. Okay, so the first question, why did the farmer hug Bunty? The farmer hugged Bunty as he was glad to see Bunty. The farmer has been looking for Bunty since he disappeared from his house. So the farmer was very glad to see Bunty after a long time, right? That is the reason the farmer hugged Bunty. So you have to write an answer like this. Answer is the farmer hugged Bunty as he was glad to see Bunty. The farmer has been looking for Bunty since he disappeared from his house. Okay, next question. Do you think Bunty will leave Gajaraja and go home with the farmer? No, Bunty is unlikely to leave Gajaraja and go home with his farmer voluntarily. The story shows that Bunty and Gajaraja share a deep bond and have become inseparable friends. So the answer is no. Okay, so next see what else they asked. So here we have next one. Let's discuss why did Gajaraja not eat his food? Who were friends at the end of the story? So these two questions are important questions, students, for your exam. Okay, so let's write an answer for these questions also, and I'll show you. Okay, answer for the first question. Why did Gajaraja not eat his food? So Gajaraja did not eat his food because he was feeling sad and lonely after Bunty, the dog, was taken away from him. He missed his friend deeply, and this emotional distress affected his appetite. Okay, so that is the answer. So let me read one more time. Gajaraja did not eat his food because he was feeling sad and lonely after Bunty, the dog, was taken away from him. He missed his friend deeply, and this emotional distress affected his appetite. Okay, so let's see the answer for the next question. Who were friends at end of this story? So the answer is at the end of the story, the friends were Gajaraja and Bunty. Gajaraja the elephant, Bunty the dog, Mahout the elephant trainer, the farmers. Actually, the all four became a very good friend. And but Gajaraja and Bunty, Mahout and farmer has a very good friendship. Okay. So let's see the next one. Read the following lines and answer the question that follows. So let's delete this. In spite of royal comforts, Gajaraja was sad because he had no friends. The Mahout or elephant trainer was the only one he ever interacted with. The Mahout was a kind man who served Gajaraja's food and gave him a bath in the elephant pond daily. He was a good caretaker but not a friend. Complete one word. Mahout, kind. Gajaraja, what? So you have to fill the answer, okay? So let's see. Okay, let me write the answer here. So Mahout, kind, but Gajaraja, he is sad now. SAD, sad. Okay. So next one. The Mahout was a good caretaker because he gave dash to Gajaraja and a dash in the pond. So he gave food. Food to Gajaraja and a bath. Bath in the pond. Okay. So, what do you think the difference between a friend and a caretaker? So, what do you think a friend and a caretaker? So, a caretaker is a person who takes care of animals' health and animals like giving food, giving bath, and like giving medicine if the animal is not feeling well. But a friend is the one who plays, who has a like a good interaction, give good companion. That is very important, like a mental relationship. Okay. So when you write an answer for this question, you have to frame like this. So you have to write, while both friends and caretakers plays important roles in the lives of others, the difference lies in their relationship, the role they fulfill, and the emotional connect they share. Friends provide companionship, emotional support, and mutual understanding, whereas caretaker focus on meeting partial needs and ensuring the physical and well-being of those under their care. Okay, so you have to frame your question. You have to frame your answer like this. Okay, so next one. So, are you missing your friend? Asked the farmer, remembering the happy look on Bunty's face while sitting on the elephant's back. I cannot see you hungry, said the farmer. If you miss your friend so much, you go to him. The farmer removed the rope which, with which he had tied the dog. Okay, based on this, we have asked few questions also. Okay, the farmer uses the word friendship to refer the elephant. So you have to write friendship, or you can even write friends. How did the farmer knew that Bunty was hungry? So how did the farmer know that the Bunty was hungry? The farmer the farmer noticed that Bunty had untouched his food since coming home with him. Hence, he could see that Bunty was hungry. So, that is the reason. So, let me change the size so that you can able to see this in bigger one. Okay. Right, okay. So, the farmer noticed that Bunty had not touched his food since coming home with him. Hence, he could see that the Bunty was hungry. So, next question. Why did the farmer remove the rope with which he had tied Bunty? So the farmer removed the rope because he empathizes with Bunty's longing for his friend. Gajaraja. Seeing Bunty's unhappy and not eating, the farmer realized that Bunty's happiness lays with Gajaraja. Therefore, he allowed Bunty to go back to his friend by removing the rope. Okay, so these are the answer for these questions. But if your teacher has already framed answer for this question, you can take that also. But if you see this answer is like very suitable, you can copy this one also. Okay. So next question. Complete one word. So Gajaraja, Bunty. So Gajaraja and Bunty became good friends, and who else? Mahoot and Farmer. Mahoot and Farmer. So next one. So next we have to frame the answers again. I will delete these so that I have space to write the answers. Give two examples to show Gajaraja was very happy to have a friend. Next question. How did the Mahout came to know that Gajaraja was sad? Why do you think Bunty licked the farmer's hand? What was unlikely about the friendship of Gajaraja and Bunty? Okay, let me write the answer for all these questions now. Okay, first question. Give two examples to show that Gajaraja was very happy to have a friend. So the answer is Gajaraja shared his food with Bunty when the dog was hungry, showing his generosity and care. So feeling and care. So that is the first point. And the second point is Gajaraja playfully splashed water on Bunties during their bath together, indicating their playful and joyful interactions. Okay, next question. How did the Mahout came to know that Gajaraja was sad? So Mahout noticed that Gajaraja was not eating his food, which was unusual behavior of the elephant. Despite checking Gajaraja's physical condition and finding nothing wrong, the Mahout suspected that Gajaraja might be feeling sad due to the absence of Bunty, his only friend. Why do you think Bunty licked the farmer's hand? So, Bunty licked the farmer's hand as a gesture of gratitude and affection. The farmer had shown kindness and understanding by allowing Bunties to return to Gajarajas, which made Bunty happy. So, licking the farmer's hand was Bunty's way of expressing thanks and acknowledging the farmer's compassion. What was unlikely about the friendship of Gajarajas and Bunty? So, the friendship between Gajarajas and Bunties was unlikely because they were different species, an elephant and a dog. Normally, elephants and dogs do not interact closely in natural setting. However, their friendship blossomed due to their shared circumstances and the emotional bond they developed through their interaction and mutual care. Okay, if you want, you can pause the video and you can copy all those answers. Okay, so next we have like we are opposites. So you have to fill all the opposites words like unkind, helped, awake, relieved, missing. And down we have started, appeared, sad, untouched, and hate. Okay, so this is like a very easy. You have to fill by yourself, students. Like sad, we have unhappy, sad. Opposite word for sad is happy. So you have to fill happy here. Number 4, where is number 4? You have to check number 4 and write the word happy. Okay. Okay, one I'll do for you. The 10th one I'll do. So, missing. So, what is the opposite word for missing? It's found. So, you can write FOUND. Found. Okay. So, like that, you have to write the answer. So, here, third one, you see unkind. So, unkind opposite is kind. Okay, this is going to be very simple, students. Please fill by yourself. All right. So, next one. Now complete the paragraph with some of the words you have used in the puzzle. So this one same. My pencil was dash. I was very upset. So my pencil was missing. You can write see missing word is here. So I was very sad. You can write sad as it was gifted from my friend. I woke up my elder brother who was dash on the bed. Who was dash on the bed, awake on the bed. You can write. Okay. So this one you have to write from this paragraph. All right. So do it by your own, students. This is going to be very, very important and very easy as well. Okay. When you do by yourself only, if they give something new, you can able to answer it. So the next one, the words that tell about an action is called as a verb. So we already learned about what is verb, right? Any action words are called verbs, like singing, dancing, any action that is happening. In the story, the author tells us that, in the story, the author tells that what happened before. Do that the past form of the action verb is used. Let us word the three forms of past tense. So simple past tense, past progressive tense, past perfect tense. Okay, used to show that action had happened earlier. So happened earlier, which is already completed. So second form of the word, verb plus add d or ed to the verb. Okay, so next one, past progressive tense, used to show that the action did not finish and was going on. So he, she, it was verb plus ing. For example, it is raining. So it is raining. So it is not completed, it is ongoing. Okay. So we will use ing along with the verbs. So it rained. So we use rd, which is already completed. Okay. So used to show. So this one is past perfect tense. Used to show that action was completed. Had plus third form of the verb. So we have examples given here. The given below are some verbs from the story. Put the verbs in correct column in the tabular column. Okay. So you have to map it here. Was looking, looked, gave, had ordered, was missing, hated, had followed, noticed, served, touched, threw, arrived, felt, had remained. So went, asked, joined, I had tied, told, was munching. So you have to arrange it accordingly. I'll do two for you. So you have to understand very simple, students. Don't get confused. Okay, when we are adding ing, it's past progressive things. Okay, and when we are adding ed or had happened, which is already what happened, to show the action had happened earlier. It was happened earlier, and when we had that which was already completed. Okay, the action which was already completed. So these questions you will get in your grammar part. Okay, so let's see this one. I'll write answer for 2 to 3 pickups. Okay, okay, I have written like looked, asked, was looking, was missing, had tied, had ordered, had followed, which is already completed. Okay, so was looking, was missing, had tied, or it's like it's going on, ongoing. Okay. So the next one, select the correct form of the word to complete the passage. Check your answer with your teacher. Okay. The farmer came back dash, noticed, was noticing, had noticing that Bunty was sad. So the farmer came back and noticed or was noticing or had noticed. Okay, you have to find out and write the answer. So I have filled the answer here. The farmer came back and noticed. So noticed. So we already noted where it will come to show that the action had happened earlier. So ed. So noticed that Bunty was sad. He had tied Bunty with a rope the day before. So had here past perfect tense to show that the action was already completed. So he had Bunty with the rope the day before. He asked Bunty why he was sad. The farmer was feeling that Bunty was missing Gajaraja and set him free. Okay. So students, you have to practice more in simple past tense, past progressive tense and past perfect tense. Okay. So once this lesson is video, I will try to send some grammar portion also for practice. Okay. Neither the farmer nor the bunty noticed that the two friends were in tears. Yes. The word neither or nor are used to state that the farmer and Mahu did not notice the same. Neither or nor connect two negative choices. Example, neither Rohit or nor I want to play the football. Both of them do not want to play the football. So you need to choose between two things you want. You may use either or. For example, Rohit want to play cricket or coco. So it means Rohit want to play cricket or Rohit want to play coco. So discuss the given sentence with your teacher and practice. So neither Shika or nor Anju like to tell stories. They both don't like to tell the stories. That is the answer. So neither Bhavesh nor Abba made this painting. Okay. So you can write neither Bhavesh nor Abba made this painting. All right. So look at this picture. So how beautiful is a cow. See, these two are unlikely friends. A cow and this is, I think it's a cheetah. It's a cow and a cheetah. So you will listen to a story about 1 minute, students. So you will listen to a story about unlikely friends. Use the exact word from the story to fill up the missing details in the paragraph. Refer to page number 71. For transit, a leopard is dash animal, but it became a friend of a cow. When the leopard grew up, it left the village. It came in dash to meet the cow. The leopard would sit dash the cow. They also played together. Dash were surprised at the friendship. Okay, now let's fill in the blanks here to complete this para. Okay. Okay, so let's read now. So I have filled the answer. The leopard is a wild animal. Yes, the leopard is a wild animal and cow is a domestic animal, right? Because we see leopards only in the deep forest. But cows are domestic animals even we will have in our home. So the leopard is a wild animal, but became a friend of a cow. When the leopard grew up, he left the village. It came in the night to meet the cow. The leopard would sit beside the cow. So the leopard would sit beside the cow. They also played together. So they played together. So the villagers were surprised at their relationship because they both are unlikely friends. Okay. So let's see how many pages we still have in this lesson. A friendship prayer. Okay. So this is a different one. So we only have one page, so we'll finish this very soon. Okay. Now listen to the story again and number the sentence in correct order. The first one has done for you. Okay. The crow took care of a leopard cub as a mother, and now we have to correct these sentences. So this comes first. Which one is the next? The leopard came to meet the crow at the night. The leopard left the village after growing up. The leopard stopped coming regularly. So which one comes after next? So let me fill. So this one is the fourth one. This one is the third one. This one is the second one. Okay, let's read. The crow took care of a leopard cub as a mother. The leopard left the village after growing up. The leopard came to meet the crow at the night. The leopard stopped coming regularly. Okay, this is the first one and second one, third one and fourth one. All right. So next one. So let us speak. Gajaraja and Bunty had a wonderful time with each other, even if they were unlikely friends. Talk to your friend and find out some of your common likes and dislikes. Share your answer with your class. This one you have to do by yourself, students. You have to find what are the things you like about your friend and what is the dislikes, and you have to share it accordingly. Okay. Both of us like what? Like when you share your pencil or when you share your lunch or when you share stories, that you have to write it here. I am, you have to write your name, and my friend is, you have to write your friend's name. like and unlikely. So what do you like more about your friend? He's naughty, or he's playfully, or he dance well, and my friends like. So you have to write both. Okay, discuss about your friend and complete it. Okay, now tell your classmate about your friend. You may take help of the clue which is given below. This clues, this one you have written, right? You have to take clue from this and complete this sentence. My friend, I like to play. Both of us want to play. Which game? If you have made dance game or any football, volleyball, you can write the same. I like to dash, but my friends like to. So I like to play, but my friend like to read. So you can create your own sent words, or you can write your original one also after discussing with your friends. Okay. So next one, let us write. So write 6 sentences about your friend with help of the facts collected in the above task. Mention how you are not only similar but also different. You may take some help of the words given below. Okay. So using these words, you have to frame a sentence. For example, same means you can write like my friend and myself are same while playing cricket. Okay, I'll share some sentences for you. Okay, so first one I have written for same. Okay, my friend and I are the same as we share a love for adventure. So they both like the adventure trips. So the next one I framed for neither. So neither of us sees these difference as a barrier of our friendship. Okay, like this you have to frame sentences. So let's explore. These are some historical stories. So now we have completed this chapter in Unit 2, the unlikely best friend. So we read about the good friends, the Gajaraja and the dog Bunty, and also farmer and Mahout. Okay, so this lesson is very very important, students, and let's go through the meanings one more time. So meanings are very important, and meanings and opposites. So booth, a rectangular space. Stable, living spaces for animals. Interacted with, communicated with. Strayed, came by mistake. Munching, chewing. Wagged, moved from side to side. Convey, communicated. Crumbs, a small piece of food. Accompanied, went with someone. Plunging, jumping in. Trunk, long nose. Splash, through. Helped, cried. Delighted, happy. Hugged, held closely. Disappeared, was not seen. Realize, understand. Winced, shrunk back in a pain or distress. Chore, daily duties. Slight, a little. Slight means a little. Indigestion, stomach upset or upset stomach. Tummy means stomach, we know that, right? So sprang, jumped. Joyous, happy. Swing, move side to side or back and forth. Relieved, thankful. Satisfaction, happiness. Alright students, now we have come to an end of this video. So if you have any doubts, you can go ahead and ask me. I have given my email address in the description box. And very soon I'll be sharing worksheet for this lesson. So if you want to get the worksheet, you have to join the channel. I'll tell you how to join the channel. 1 minute. Okay, I have given a link in the description box. So you have to press the join button. So once you click the link, you will get this page and click the join button. You have to select monthly worksheet, and by paying rupees 199, clicking join option, you have to pay it. So I will be sending all the worksheet through emails for practice. Okay, so you can pay using a debit card or a credit card, or even you can pay through GPay. All right, students, take care of yourself, be safe, and enjoy your summer holidays. Okay, bye bye.